Every so often, the Sports Hangover touches on mature topics. Discretion is advised.
Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, alongside Jeremy Garrison.
In the house, what's up? Sports Hangover.
The other day we talked about Jason Collins, right? Yes, yeah, just like that. And things have happened. He's been all over the place. He became a superstar, and again, this just proves us right. He's in it for the money, and he seems very sweet. I mean, that's what his gimmick is. He's a sweet guy. You want him in his house. I heard Bill Simmons talk to him the other day, and I don't know. I mean, it's going
sketchy. It's sketchy.
It's kind of sketchy because he's on an active player, and yes, he's gay, but it's not that big of a deal because he's not in the league playing. And I'm guessing he's going to play eventually.
I would hope so. I tweeted this at TSH Podcast earlier in the day. We are constantly on Twitter there. He is not an active player right now. The definition of active is you're on a team and you're playing games. He's not on a team. He's not playing games for anyone. And if he's not signed by anyone, he's never going to play another game again because he's so old to begin with. He's not an active player. I think people are really getting caught up in that.
So where do we see this going? Because right now, this broke the other day. It's been 2-3 days since this happened, and he's been all over the place. I mean, you can't not know who Jason Collins is and how and what he's done and how he came out. And I'm sure this is great for the community and everybody else, but what happens next? I mean, we think this is a scam. I mean, we think he's just in it for the money.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's a scam, and he may be gay, but the way he's coming out right now is certainly for notoriety and for cash. That's what I say. He might be gay. I'm not disputing that.
No, I'm not disputing. I think he's gay. I just think obviously it wasn't like very glamorous the way he came out, but this is something that's obviously things are going to keep unfolding. And I don't know where I heard this. Was it maybe Bill Simmons or somebody else? But they were saying this is almost like the league has to have him on a team. Like, as a commissioner, you're going to call a team and be like, you have some free spots. Give us a sweet deal here. Get Jason Collins on your team. 1-year deal, and that's it. I'll throw you a little bonus next year. Maybe you can get the first pick in the random draft order or something.
Oh, come on. David Stern isn't making that kind of phone
That's
call.
what's going to – I guarantee you, Jeremy, watch what team it is. They're going to be the worst team. They're going to win the lottery, and then they're going to have him on the team. Somebody's going to have him.
I just think he stole the thunder from a gay superstar who's about to come out. I'm predicting right now that there is a gay superstar in sports. I don't know if he's going to come out now. We don't know, so I may never be right about this. But I think someone was waiting in the wings, and that's why all these stories were building up. And this Jason Collins just swooped in and stole all the thunder. And meanwhile, this huge athlete that everyone knows that would have made much more of a difference across mainstream America is out there. And they may or may not be coming out now because of Jason Collins.
Well, Jeremy, you know who's not gay is Tim Tebow, and he has been getting offers.
Well, he might have been the gay athlete waiting to come out.
Maybe, but he's been getting offers left and right. There's an indoor football league, the Legends Football League. The Omaha Beef Indoor League said they would pay him $75 a game to play, and the other league said he could be the quarterback coach or whatever. People want Tim Tebow, and like I said, Jeremy, he is not going to play in the NFL. He's going to be on one of these B or D or F leagues.
We disagree on this because I think he is going to play in the NFL, but you're right so far because he went through waivers. No one claimed him. Now he's been a free agent for over 24 hours, Mike.
Yeah.
Still, no one's claimed him. He's out there to be had. And now if you're Tebow, you start to get a little bit nervous and you start opening up your email inbox and reading about these offers from Omaha and for $75 a game because, hey, $75 a game is more than he's making not playing, right?
That's true. Maybe even more than us. But so basically, this is what I think. What over under? Do you think it's going to go into the league or before the league starts? Like before the football season starts, do you think he will be on a team? That's where the cutoff is. I say he might get picked up in another league after the football season starts. Like another team will sign him because obviously springtime is right now, and I think that's when all the other leagues are active. Or some of the indoor leagues go on during football. But where do you
They should be going on right now and not during football.
Yeah, I
but
know, but so-
most of them probably don't have their business models correct.
Probably not. So what do you think? Where do you think it falls? Do you think if he's going to go in the NFL, he should get picked up before the season starts?
Yeah, I think he
likely.
will. I think he will be in the NFL. I think before week 1, he's on an NFL team. Will he be a quarterback? Will he be a tight end? I can't say that, but I think he'll be on a team somewhere.
All right. The Washington.
You disagree.
I disagree.
So which Omaha, Orlando Predators? What team is he on?
Oh, I mean, I'm not. I can't predict that. But he will not be in the NFL. I'm hoping he goes to the new league, which I keep pushing, the A11 football league or the spring football league.
I think your source keeps pushing it on you, and you keep pushing it.
He doesn't.
On us
if he
because
watches
of your
the
source.
show, he would know. But I don't think he watches the show enough to even know that I push it as much as I do. And I hope it goes well for him. But I don't know if this league's going to take off. Washington Redskins, they need to change their name. The D.C. councilman is pushing the change of Washington Redskins to the Red Tails. I think this has been going on for a while. Honestly, I don't care. Kirby, who used to be on the show, loves the Washington Redskins. She says it's racist. I understand a little racist, but it's been around for a while. I don't care.
Most people know it's a racist name, so you're in the minority on that.
Yes.
A lot of Redskins fans know it's a racist name. They're not trying to be racist when they support their team. They're not trying to be racist when they say their team name. So what's really wrong with it? Isn't it the reason behind it? A name change should be that people are being racist toward the Redskins, and no one's actually being racist. The real reason here is that they just want to be politically correct, and that's not the way to go.
And do you think that's a good name for him to change it to? The Red
The
Tails?
Red Tail?
Sounds like airplane.
No, it's like anything they're going to change it to is not going to be right. It's not going to sound as good as the Redskins. Redskins have all this history. I mean, the Pelicans was an awful name change.
Yeah, but the logo's kind of cool for the Pelicans. It looks kind of badass for the Pelicans. It's not a bad name because it's a one name. It's the Pelicans. It's not the Red Tails. It's like a combo of two. I don't like it.
Well, they're trying to Redskins. That's what they're going. The Red Tails there.
Deer antler spray's back in the news. This was a big story a long time ago. When what's his name? I can't even.
Most people don't know this. Our most viewed show ever came when we talked about deer antler spray with Ray Lewis. We had over 1,000 views on that.
And that was like in a week. That was our biggest show. And
normally we get hundreds, not thousands, but that was a special show. But this deer antler spray, all these guys came out and said that they squirted deer antler spray,
it's like a spray
under their tongue.
Okay.
Yeah, under their tongue.
Show me again, Jeremy.
I don't know. That could have been a lot of things happening there. So deer antler spray under the tongue. It's supposed to help you build muscle, build strength, build endurance. So athletes are doing it. A lot of older athletes, I think, because it helps with the aging process. Ray Lewis was the NFL player who was accused of doing it right around the Super Bowl. Vijay Singh, the golfer, did it. It turns out the PGA Tour announced that he's not going to be suspended because they changed their rules starting yesterday, and deer antler spray is no longer a banned substance.
So this is good for. I don't know how this helps you. I don't know what this really does to you. Is it a testosterone boost? Does it actually get you that drive enough? I mean, does it really? I don't know much about it, and I wish I knew more what it could do because I would use it. If you can.
Well, you can go back and listen to our show. It's on the YouTube page, youtube.com/thesportshangover. You're already there, but while you're there, you can go down to our deer antler spray show, learn all about it. We had an expert on, I think, Mike.
I think
to talk about it. If you remember that,
reading through a list of
correctly.
items.
But the bigger story here to me, the deer antler spray is old news. The big news here is that the PGA Tour has an awful drug policy in the first place. They don't announce drug suspensions publicly in the first place, which doesn't make any sense. They have their guys make up injuries instead of saying that they failed a cocaine test. And now they're changing their banned substance list after someone tests positive for it.
So
how can you retroactively change your rules? It's like I tested positive for cocaine, but my company really likes me, so they're going to make cocaine legal to keep me around. Basically, that's what just happened.
Is that what happened? I mean, is this guy I've nenever heard of this guy, Vijay Singh or whatever?
Vijay Singh, you're really well done. He's a big name. He's in the Hall of Fame. He's in the Golf Hall of Fame. Okay. He's won major championships. Okay. But he's a great player.
Is this a bad? I feel like the PGA does not really have a grip on what's going on in the world because 1 second they allow giant belly putters, which gives you the advantage and you can win shit, and then they're like, well, you know what? That's not going to work. We're gonna ban that, but we'll give you 2 years to get rid of it. And this is something what they're doing now? They're saying, well, it was banned, but now we're going to unban it because it really doesn't do anything. But you guys can try it and see what happens, and maybe they'll ban it again. They really
You're right. You're right. Everyone's sketchy in golf. And we played golf a few weeks ago, Mike, and we had a really slow round of golf. We couldn't even finish playing because it got dark on us. And that's another issue facing golf is slow play. They have all these issues plaguing the game right now, and they're really not doing a good job with any of them. And really, the PGA Tour might be the worst run sports league of any of the major sports leagues. I think that's an interesting debate.
Now, I mean, it did. I feel like it helped baseball a little bit. People were hitting, home runs left and right when they were juicing, and this could be something where I don't know if being stronger really helps you hit that much better because it's about more to. I mean, I can hit the ball pretty hard and like pull out my back, but it doesn't really help me in the long run because it comes down to your accuracy and your control of the ball. And so I don't know. Does this can't help? Maybe for the stamina, if you're playing 18 holes every day for 2 weeks, this could help.
That's what it is. And I think that's what Ray Lewis was taking it for, so he could rehab quicker from injury to get back on the field for the Super Bowl run, which worked out well for him. And Vijay Singh, he's a 49, 50-year-old guy. He's walking 18 holes. We've talked about this before. Walking 18 holes in one day seems unfathomable. Imagine walking 18 holes 5 days a week, week after week after week, and playing at a high level. I mean, deer antler spray is needed for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I can. It takes so long to drive around in a golf cart around the.
Well, those guys, luckily, they don't have like 50 strokes that you're taking. Like instead of a 130, they're shooting 70s.
Okay. All right, Jeremy. All right. So after falling to the second round, Geno Smith, he fired his agents. This seems kind of stupid to me. I don't know if this was the right move for him because this makes him seem like an asshole. And immediately when I read this, I'm like, this guy's an asshole. He fired he still went second round. And I don't know if there's a money difference or anything, but it seems like he could eventually get paid more if he was a first rounder.
There's a big money difference, and he thought he could be going 6th overall, 7th overall. Yeah. He fell all the way down to 38th overall and the Jets. And it does look bad for him that he fired his agents right after the draft. I don't think it was his agent's fault that he fell in the draft. It was probably his own fault because he's a dumb idiot in the meetings with teams, and he's a dumb idiot with the workouts. He didn't prove himself. And he probably wound up on the team in the NFL, which is kind of funny too, right? The Jets.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's on the Jets, and it's gonna be a mess up there. I mean, they might end up playing David Garrard.
That's how you know it's a mess at quarterback.
Yeah.
By the way, Geno Smith, it's really interesting. Now that he's fired his agents are coming out and spreading stories about him, his old agents, which is really interesting. I think that's going to be on next week's City. But some stories are starting to percolate in the blogosphere, Mike.
Okay.
Some really interesting stuff about this guy, pretty shady character, possibly on his phone during while he's speaking with NFL teams face-to-face with an NFL GM. Tweeting, Instagramming on his phone. That's not the best.
We'll have to read into that, and hopefully it'll be on the next show. But that, to me, sounds like trouble already, and that whole fucking team's a mess up there. Way
to start your career off on the right foot.
You're telling me. So this next story, I really don't know much about. We need our soccer expert, Fred, on. Mario Batali. Balotelli. I saw a picture of him. I don't really know who he is. I've heard of him before. But he said, I guess if they advance to the playoffs, he said to his team that his whole entire team could have sex with his girlfriend if they advance. I don't know if this was a joke or not, but his girlfriend, pretty attractive. I mean, these guys are superstars in Europe, and to us, they mean nothing. But in Europe, they're superstars, and if his girlfriend's down for it and their players are down for it, Europe's a little different, Jeremy. People out there, they have their tops off. Boobs are free. They're everywhere. Sex is everywhere. And maybe this is okay out there. Maybe we should move.
I prefer the way they handle nudity over there. We should move because we're nudists at heart. We don't wear pants during
We don't
the
wear
show,
pants
right?
at all during the show. No.
At all, ever in our lives.
No.
But this is really interesting because he must not really care that much for his girlfriend, right? This isn't his wife or fiance here. This must be some girl he's currently dating. He's a star over there. He can probably have any girl he wants. It's a hot girl. He says, hey, bang my team if we all win. And then she goes bangs and says, that was fun. I'm going to go find a girl who hasn't banged my whole team.
So here's what I would do. If people didn't really know, would you offer up your girlfriend? Like, what if you hired a girl, pretended to your girlfriend, like maybe 2-3 weeks in advance, and then the playoffs are coming up? Be like, okay, here's our big shot. We're going to tell the team, if we advance to the playoffs, you have to bang all of them. And she might be down because she's going to get paid. Like, he's paying her on the side, like hush-hush money. I think this is
it's
smart.
not like she's banging a bunch of homeless guys. She's banging
millionaires.
Soccer players. The strongest legs in the world belong to soccer players. So she's going to enjoy it. And so what is she? I mean, she's not missing out on anything here. She's gaining, too. I think this is a win.
Yeah, and we're not saying that this is going to be a gangbang. We're just saying this is...
We're not?
This is just going to be, a casual thing that she's going to have sex with. I don't know. Actually, how many people are on a soccer team? 20-something?
Probably 20 to 30. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Wieners.
Yeah. It is a lot to handle, Jeremy.
But they do have strong legs. They run around a lot, so I hope she's prepared for that. I think she needs to warm up.
Yeah, she's got to get a little. Well, maybe they won't advance. So we'll follow all these stories for you. We'll let you know what's going on. If you want to subscribe to our show, go to sportshangover.com. You can click on the YouTube link, the audio link. We're all there. And we're giving you more content. If you've noticed, we've been out here a lot lately. A lot more shows, a lot more quality. We're better off.
We look better. We sound better. We talk about better things. The whole deal.
The whole deal. All right, if we don't molest the rest of the reviews, we'll be back.